Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy DJ J Steezy.
And your Diaz favorite DJ, DJ Jedi.
Today's special guest on the Last Dope podcast, we got Kaija. What is up,
Kaija? Not much.
So,
she misses the heat. That's what she was saying. No, she actually said that she's like, I was like, you missed the heat, huh? Like joking, and she's like, yeah, I like the heat, and I'm like, girl,
I do love the heat though, but I'm not used to it anymore. Like I can only stand like 2 minutes in the heat, and then I'm like, yeah, I gotta go. I gotta
go back. Right. Where you at now?
San Diego.
San Diego. Oh yeah.
San Diego.
She's leaving bougie. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
how long you been out there now?
For like 8 years.
Damn. Man, so she got no allergies, no asthma,
Exactly.
no nothing.
Right? That all goes away once you leave the valley.
Right?
For
I
sure.
know.
No, I come back a lot because my family's still here.
Okay.
Oh, that's what's up. That's
all
cool.
right. So all your family's in El Centro?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right.
So, man, you've been doing this for a minute.
A long minute.
Like
Music?
When I first got introduced to you was here at a show at Inferno. So
How long?
you had the braids. I
the
think.
blue braids?
Yeah, those.
Gosh, that was like 10 years ago.
Fun fact, I DJ'd for you too.
Did you?
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. And you know what? Fun fact.
Yeah.
I was trying to give you your USB back and you disappeared.
Me?
Yeah.
You still got it?
Somewhere. I was actually looking for
That
it.
would be cool. Like,
I know,
hey,
it's
after 10 years. Here you
I
go.
know, but I couldn't find it. But yeah.
Dang. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
So that's how I got bootlegged albums. Yeah, they're like, where's okay? Cool.
It got leaked. No, I'm just
Wow.
kidding. But yeah, fun facts.
That was actually a very cool show. So the thing about that show is so I was working, right? And I've always wanted to see, because NB Riders, they stopped performing for a while.
A good minute, yeah.
So when they barely came out, I was wanting to go see them perform. And I asked for the day off, and my manager told me no. They were like, no, you can't have the day off. And I was kind of like, I was sad because I was like, what? Like, how dare you say I cannot have the day off? I want to go see NB Riders. Yeah. And I was really sad. And then, you guys know C1?
Yeah.
C1, he was like,
that's my brother.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Shout out to C1.
Yeah.
That's my man. And I was so sad, and everyone was like, well, maybe God has something bigger for you. And I was like, no, I was mad. And then I think a month later, they reached out to me to open up for NB Riders.
Damn.
So that was my first time seeing them, and I opened up for them. So I was like,
I thought you were going to say C1 went and threatened them. I was
No.
like, allegedly. It's like, God.
No.
So how many years now you've been in the game?
Like over 10 years.
I was going to say like about 12.
Yeah. I was going to say 13.
Yeah, because I've heard the name before, and it wasn't until that show where I actually put like a face to the music. I was just like, oh, that's what she is. All right, cool. Like I've always heard the name around. It's just I wasn't too familiar. Like, were you doing shows, or were you doing like was it SoundCloud or just YouTube?
SoundCloud. I think
that's where I think it
SoundCloud.
See, that's how far back I remember.
Damn.
Oh my gosh, SoundCloud. Yeah, I don't know about SoundCloud.
Now, is it still around? I don't know. It is? Okay.
Hardly anybody uses it, right?
Everything's
so.
TikTok or...
TikTok.
Are you active on TikTok?
No, not like I should be.
Okay. Monetize, girl. Monetize.
I know. I'm working on it.
Yeah, that platform right there is definitely, it's good for monetizing.
I know.
Yeah.
Shame on me. Shame on me right now.
But what's your go-to? Instagram?
Instagram. Yeah, I'm all on Instagram.
All right. Yeah, it's cool. Now, you have a huge catalog.
Yeah.
It's just like, for the people that don't know, man, you got tracks with Money, Deezy Hollow.
Oh, shit.
Damn. Like, it's just like, you go back and it's just like, it's like, especially like when we have somebody on, sometimes we got to take that deep dive and go back, because like we know of your recent stuff and the stuff that you have out now.
Yeah.
Then you don't realize, you look back and you're like, oh shit, damn, she does have a song with Money. And it's just like, then I was like, damn, How long ago did you do that song with Deezy Hollow?
I was in the ass.
Oh,
And how
like-
did that come together?
Like 12 years. 12
Damn.
years.
Did you guys
yeah.
meet or reached out on what was the
I
app back
think
then?
I met him at a show, and then
I was like, don't
we
say
just-
MySpace, don't say. I'm just
No, Twitter.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
that's
No.
okay.
I don't really remember, but we were really cool, and I was like in 8th grade, and he made a song with me.
Yeah, damn, 8th grade.
Damn.
Yeah, I recently saw him again at a Baby Bash show, but it's been
That's
so
cool.
long that, you know, it was kind of just like a, hey, hi. It wasn't like how it used to be. So,
Yeah, I saw one of your recent shows where you're like, do you get starstruck or you feel
start with like who?
like, well, it just depends who you see, right? Like, who would you absolutely lose your shit over?
Ooh.
Like, there's no way you could be professional. And just be like, damn.
Oh
like,
my God. I don't know.
Would
Maybe
it-
like,
would it be like a crush? Like
maybe Nicki Minaj if
Oh,
I
shit.
saw her.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj, I think I would be like, oh my gosh, hold on. Like,
She's
yeah.
a barb.
You know what's crazy?
She's a barb.
Because I was thinking about it. I was like, damn, you know what? If she did a track with Nicki, I go, that'd be a dope ass track.
Put it
That
out
would
in the
be hit.
universe. Put it out.
Yes.
I heard Nicki Minaj is kind of strict though. Like when she meets artists, she's very like,
Mhm.
she won't talk to them.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know. It's her vibe. Like it has to hit her radar when it hits her radar.
Right. Yeah. When you're on stage, how does it feel to have the crowd interact with you and sing back your lyrics?
That's a trip. I've seen the videos.
Yeah. It's cool though. Like, first of all, I tell myself be myself, you know, like before I used to go on stage and I used to try to impress the crowd. Like, what does the crowd want? But now I'm just myself. I'm like, I'm just going to be me, and whoever likes me, they will gravitate to me, you know? I feel like me trying to impress them, that's not the business. Like, you know, I've had good shows, and I recently had a bad show too.
Oh, really?
And yeah, I had a guy, this guy was booing me off stage.
Damn.
Yeah, he was booing me off stage. And it was a big crowd. It was probably like 800 people, but I was so focused on him that I was losing my focus. Like,
Right.
but I mean, I took it as a learning experience. Like, okay, like, you know, you cannot let one person affect you when there's like 800 people.
Yeah.
Still rocking with you.
Yeah.
So, well, you're right. It's kind of like when you read the comments, it's like you can have 200 positive, and then the one right under it be a negative, and that sticks with you. You're like,
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
And that actually happened to you, right?
what did I do?
Yeah.
And-
I still remember his face. He's like, boo, get off stage. And I was like singing, but I'm just like, I kept looking at him and I was just like it affected me.
What would you do different?
Different on
could.
stage.
Like, would you be able to ignore him now, or would you like, I don't know, me, because we've been on stage a lot for stupid reasons or whatever. I would probably like be mimicking him or dancing or I don't know. Yeah, but that's true because you're in front of a lot of people, and it's like that's your version of a heckler
Yeah.
because they're in your shit. Like,
I wouldn't even pay attention to him anymore. I'd be like, boy, I don't see you on stage.
yeah. Or next time, pull out your phone with the reading you suck.
Well, was he drunk?
I don't think so.
No, just
think
hating.
so.
He's just hating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
At the end of the day, it's just like, if you're not getting any haters, you know, you're not doing something right.
Yeah.
And I have to say, you're rocking it on all kinds of stages pretty much every weekend, right?
Every weekend, yeah. They
Yeah.
just reached out to me for another festival, and I'm super excited of that one. So,
Yeah. And then you see you rubbing elbows with like King Little G.
Awesome.
Yeah. It makes us happy. It makes us proud because you are from the Valley. you know,
yeah.
and it is good to see you out there and you're pushing it and you're rocking these shows, you know. So what's your mental like before going on stage?
You know what's funny? Sometimes before I'm gonna go on stage, I'm like, "What am I doing? What am I doing? Why am I doing this?" Like, I don't even like to give presentations. Like,
Oh,
like,
okay.
so I'm like, "What am I doing?" Like, But then I think about the little girl that was in her room when she was 7 years old, writing the music, and I would wake up my mom at 1 a.m. and be like, Mom, does this sound good? And she's like, yeah, it sounds good. But in my head, there was the beats already. The whole song was already ready for the world, but I was just 7 years old.
7.
I was just 7 years old, and
Most girls are playing with like toys or dolls or I don't know, or crushing, and you're over here writing lyrics. And
I could hear the beats in my head too. Like I can write my hooks, and I would hear the beats. And then
what influenced you, like, or who? Like, where did that come from?
I don't know, but when I used to watch Disney Channel, you know how like all the little shows have like their theme songs?
Right.
Mm.
Well, when I used to hear them, I used to rewrite them. So I would ask my mom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like I would ask my mom for her phone, and then I would like YouTube like Lizzie McGuire theme song, Penny Proud family theme song. And then I would write it down, and then I would scratch out what needs to go, what needs to be better, what sentences like. So I would remake all the Disney Channel songs.
And how old were you?
I was like 7, 8.
Damn.
And I used to tell my mom, I'm like, you know what, this was okay, but they should have made it like this, so it should be like, it could be a little bit more catchy.
Gotcha. Wow.
And my mom would just be like, okay, and
She's over here, Lizzie McFlyer.
Lizzie McFlyer.
Lizzie McFlyer. Yeah, and I would ask my mom, who do I write to or who can I talk to so I can submit the song?
Wow. Damn. So 7 years old, and when was actually your very first performance ever?
So you know what? It was with MC Magic at the fair.
Wow.
Oh shit.
What year? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Wow.
I just remember telling everybody in my 7th grade class that I was going to be famous.
Damn, that's what's up.
Damn, Kaija.
Oh yeah, she's gonna grow up and never talk to us again.
I was like, yes.
Oh, that's dope. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, but that was just, I sang all his hooks.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't even do anything. I was just standing there holding the microphone, and I was really scared. And I was just singing all his hooks. But my actual first performance, like my song, was at the fair again, and C1 booked me.
That's dope.
Okay.
C1, when I met C1, you know how they have those little, like little market fairs at like Imperial? Well, I remember seeing C1 in this booth, and he had like his gangster glasses on.
Oh shit.
And I remember he had his CDs right there, and I went up to him, and I'm little, and I was like, you make music? And he's like, yeah, mija, I make music. And I was like, I love music. I make music. I write music too. And I'm going to be famous one day. And he's like, is that right? And then, he wasn't sure to take me as a joke or if I was being serious. And then he was like, where's your mom at? Like, where's your parents?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Mom at food.
I told him, I was like, oh, she's at my house. And he's like, you serious about this? And I was like, yes. And I was like, I write these songs in my room, and I have all these beats in my head, but I don't have anything. I don't know what to do. So he's like, I'll tell you what. He's like, you go get your parents and come back. And he's like, I'll record you. And I was
That's
like,
dope.
so I ran to my mom. And I was like with 6 of my friends. And I was like, Mom, there's somebody famous. And he wants to help me. And my mom was making her coffee. And she was like, okay, hold on. I'm like, no, before he leaves. You need to go. So I'm like, we dragged my mom to C1's little booth. Yeah. And then she was like, are you C1? And he's like, yes. And he's like, your daughter says she loves to make music. Right. And she's like, oh, my gosh, yes. She's always in her room. She's always remixing. And he's like, I'll tell you what. I make beats. If you want, I could give you my number. I live with my wife in Brawley. And he's like, you could bring her over, and we can go through beats, and let's see what she can write to. And I was like, yes. And my mom's like, okay. So they exchanged numbers. And sure enough, my mom took me to C1's house, and he recorded me.
Wow. So is that how you got connected with Zigzag?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because you have a song with Zigzag also.
Yeah.
Man.
It's all a family, food.
Right.
And what's funny is that I was part of that family before he started linking up with all these artists. I kind of just stepped away from music.
Really?
Me and C actually started recording.
Really?
Yeah, because we always rapped. Like we would be at a homie's pad and we'd be freestyling, but it wasn't until like we were like, hey, should we get some money and do something? like all stupid, like all obvious. Like yeah, but honestly, shout out to C because he took it a lot farther. I was just like, you know what? No, I'm cool. I'm straight. Like I wanted to go to the producing side, and then ended up you fall in love with things, and me, it's always been music, but it's just I've how do you say it, gone from one thing to another, and the DJing and then the podcasting just stuck out for me. But honestly, C has always been passionate about music.
Oh yeah.
Always. You could tell when you talk to him.
Oh yeah. When I talked to him like 2 weeks ago. I still keep in touch. I always make sure I text him like, hey, hope the family's good. Yeah. But I told him, I was like, if I got super famous this year, would you manage me? And he said yes.
Yeah, that's dope.
I was like, I was like, I would still want you my manager.
Yeah. And you're getting there, Kaija. You really
I'm
are.
trying. You know what, though? My biggest regret, and I know that we all have regrets, is I stopped making music. I stopped making music for like 6 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so if I never stopped, who knows where I would have been.
What was the reason behind that, if you wanted me asking?
I was in a relationship. I was in a relationship. I was a 13-year relationship. I got with him since I was like 12.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I was like super into it with him, and I just was so focused on I didn't want to lose him. You know, he was always like doing things. I was so stressed out. I just stopped doing music. So now that my foot's back in the game, I'm not letting go. I am not letting go of my passion.
Yeah.
Are you still with them or?
Shut up, fool. No, I didn't want to ask that. Oh God damn it! Like,
take it there, man.
We're going to divorce court next.
That's gonna be used as a thumbnail, and I'm just.
She's still with me.
Oh no, because sometimes there's blocks in life, right? And sometimes you got to cut those blocks to continue to progress in your journey. And you definitely got the talent, Kaija. And for a lot of people that don't know, your name Kaija is actually an acronym, right?
Yeah.
What is it?
Keeping an inspiring journey alive.
That's dope. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought it was like a seasoning, like something like super spicy fire. Like the wing challenge is the hottest one, fool. Like that's what I thought it was.
That's so
it still can be. It's fire.
And what made you come up with that name?
Lizzie McFly. It was that or that. I don't know. Sorry.
Okay, you want to know the truth?
Yeah.
Okay, so my ex.
I'm gonna spit it out.
Imagine the water came out your nose right now. That would be so funny. Okay.
That'd be a perfect reel.
No, it's because I remember this guy, like, he was trying to sign me, and he told my mom, he was like, she should have an artist name. Because I was like, what's wrong with Cassandra? Like, yeah. But he's like, no, you should have, like, an artist name. So he's like, I'm going to give you a week, and then just figure out your artist name and this and that. So I remember I was with my ex, and we were just hanging out, and we're going through names. And then he was like, Kaija. And I was like, Kaija? And I was like, I kind of like that. I was like, Kaija. So I was like, Kaija. So then it like kind of hit me. So I was like, I'm going to be Kaija. Right. And then when I went home, I remember I wrote down the name, and I was like, well, that's kind of boring. Like when people ask me, what does it mean? I'm just going to like have nothing behind it. And then out of nowhere, I was like, keeping an inspiring journey alive. And I was like, yep, I'm supposed to be Kaija.
Damn. It's crazy how the stars align for you, It's just like those things are just meant to happen. Like you were meant to be Kaija.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. Even with the shows, like I pray a lot, Like I really do. And people are telling me, like, how are you getting these shows? And I'm like, I'm just praying. Like, I'm pretty sure there's something for me out there. Or somebody's going to discover me. Something. I can feel it and I know it. I just don't know how and where and why. But I literally just like 2 weeks ago. So after a show, I'm kind of like, okay, well, what's next? What's next? And literally I got a message last week, and that's when that guy messaged me, Don, and he was like, hey, I would love to have you part of our funk festival. So, like, it just doesn't stop. Like, it just keeps going and going. So I feel like I'm down the right path.
Hell yeah.
How long are your sets?
10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay. All right. Like I said, once again, it's good to see you. You know, you're back there backstage. King Little G. That one really got me. I was like, oh, shit, she's doing it. She's doing something.
Yeah, that was really dope, too. He reached out to me through Instagram, and we were talking, and he already knows, but, like, I'm trying to collab with him.
Okay.
So hopefully that's in the future.
What about with Snoop?
With Snoop Dogg?
Yeah.
Yes. but I want
like,
King Little G.
Watch. Come out with Snoop.
You know what, though? King Little G, he's heard my music since I was little. Like, when I first, I think, released my first little song, Move That Fire, it's a long time ago. Like, he would comment on my stuff and say, like, your hooks are dope. So when he saw me at the festival recently, he was like, I was like, hey, like, the first time seeing him in person, I was like, I'm Kaija. And he's like, Kaija, oh, catchy hooks. So I was like, yes.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
that's
yeah,
dope.
I was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. How was it like meeting Hector from Fast and the Furious?
Oh, he's cool. He's so humble.
I've heard. Yeah.
Very, very cool guy. And then he was like, I'm going to follow you on Instagram. Actually, yesterday, I came across his page, and you know how some people, like, follow you, but then they unfollow you? Mm-hmm. And so I went and I saw if he, like, unfollowed me, but he didn't. So I was like, okay.
All right, he's cool.
Okay.
It's crazy because somebody followed us. I'm not going to say who. Somebody followed us, and he goes, did he unfollow us already? I was like, go check. I was like, no, he's still following us, bro. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah. I don't like that. I mean, I don't care, social media, but, like, when they follow you and then they unfollow you, and I'm like, what did I do to you? Right. I didn't even do nothing.
What was the purpose?
Yeah. I'm like, dang, I guess I wasn't that interesting to you.
Yeah.
I just love her because she's so family-based, like, going back from when C wanted to meet the family, and you say you still come down to visit, and then that's why I brought out my family, because, like, my daughter is like, who are you interviewing now? Because she knows we have a podcast. I was like, it's Kaija. She's like, boy or girl? I was like, girl. He's like, what'd she do? And I'm like, she's a singer. Like me? And I was just like, yeah, she was so excited. And then they were calling me like, hey, she wants to tell you something. What? I love her hair. I was like, go tell her. And she's like,
that's so cute. You know what's weird? My fan base is kind of turning into kids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like, I did a show with J Rocks, and it was interesting because all the kids, like, they lined up for her, but then they lined up for me, too. And I didn't know what to do because, you know, I was
the
like,
set,
it was
different.
it's different, you know. I can't, like, with older people, we're like, hey, what up, hey, you know, like, and with little kids, you know, I just didn't know, like, I guess I was really natural, like, I was so happy I was giving them hugs, and I was like, what song did you like? And they're like, I like the little song, Middle of the Night, and I was, and I was just like, okay.
Middle of the night.
Yeah, but, and it was super funny because, like, I was in middle of, like, signing something, and this little girl, she looks like she's, like, 3 years old, but she comes running, but she talked like she was, like, 17. She comes running, and she's like, excuse me, Kaija, my phone is on 1%, and I need a picture with you. And, yeah, it was so cute, though, and then everyone was like, okay, let's get a picture with her, but I was just like, this is so cute.
That's cute.
Like,
how does it make you feel?
It makes me feel good. Like, I'm like, wow. Like, I do, like, sometimes think, like, me, like, I'm the same as them. So I'm like, why are they running after me for pictures? But it's cool. Like, you know, I really have been doing this for a very long time. So in my head, immediately when I see people coming up to me, like the last MB Rider show I had, oh my gosh, like when I got off stage, I think I was there stuck taking pictures for like 40 minutes. Wow. And that was the very first time that the security guards came up to me and they were like, hey, you need help? And I was like, no, I'm okay, because everybody was just like scattered around me. But realistically, I really didn't know what to do. Like, I was just like, yeah, like trying to take pictures, but it got a little messy. It did. But I was handling it okay, but I was just like, oh my gosh. But in my head, I was like, I was super thankful because I was like, dang, I've been doing this for a long time. I'm doing something right for them to actually come up to me when I get off a stage and like want autographs, like. And I felt bad because so I don't have no merch right now. It's in the works, but I don't. And some people got a little mad that I didn't have merch.
Really?
Yeah. And, you know, that was like an eye-opener to me. Okay, like, I'm doing something right, but now it's time to level up. And now I have to get merch. Now I have to do things like...
That hustle mentality. Because I watch a lot of comedy, and there's a guy named Cam Patterson. And like you said, he didn't have merch. So you know what he did? He went to Lowe's, and he bought rocks.
He bought rocks?
Like literally like the nice colored rocks. He had them in his pocket, and he started talking about rocks. And then at the end of the show, he would sell like a rock for money. And you're like, okay, he spent maybe like $5 on a thing of rocks. And he sells each one for like $5.
Rocks?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
Did
right?
he sign them?
But he made it a point to talk about rocks. So now you can make a song called like On the Rock or whatever. Just that's an example. Like, I don't know. He just thought outside the box, but it's like just talk about it, and just capitalize on it.
Yeah.
I love that you inspire a lot of people. Who inspires you?
Who inspires me?
Whether it's music or in life.
My dad. Oh my gosh, my dad. And let me tell you why. My dad, growing up, he was homeless, you know? Like, I mean, he used to be underneath the roof with us, and eventually things happened, and he was homeless. But my dad, when he was homeless, he always smiled. When he walks in the room, he's like, hey, you would never know. Like, his spirit is so strong and so positive, and he always had his guitar.
Oh, sick.
So I seen my dad go through so much. I've seen him give me his last $5, and like he was just always so positive, and he always had his guitar. I seen him in corners singing to people just to make them smile, you know. And so sometimes I think about that. Like, I'm just like, you know, when I'm making music, I'm like, it's when I'm on, especially when I'm on stage, I'm like, have fun.
Yeah.
You know, have fun. It's important. Like, live life. You know, that's so. When I think about all that, I think about my dad. Like, he's just super happy. Like,
I love that.
one time,
awesome.
I lived in San Diego and I moved back down here. And the first night I moved down here, I told my friend, "Hey, let's go out." So we went to is it Rockies? It used to be Rockies.
It used to be Rockies.
Yeah, and it was karaoke night, and when I walked in, everybody's like, "Oh, hey." They were like, "Hey, you just missed the dance battle." And I was like, "The dance battle?" And I was like, oh, "Okay." I didn't really care until I found out it was my dad that won the dance battle.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
So when he saw me, he was like buckets of beers. He's like, "Hey, baby." And I was like,
I won.
yeah. And my friends were like, "Is that your dad?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "That makes a lot of sense now."
Oh, shit. That's what's
Wow.
up.
That's cool. So do you think you get your music from your dad?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be him.
Yeah. Well, what do you have in the works right now, Kaija?
What do I have in the works right now? You know what?
That you can talk about.
Yeah.
Gotta rephrase it.
So I've been recording. A lot, and to be honest, I feel like I'm being stubborn with my music right now because, like, okay, I released that song Middle of the Night, and a lot of people love that song. So I feel like I have to do better than that song. Right. So I've been recording, but I don't know what song to release. So I have about 5 songs right now, and I'm thinking about just creating an EP or just continuing and releasing it as an album.
As an album. That'd be dope, too. I was about to ask if you have a lot of music that hasn't been out, or have you been in the room with other artists that you're like, dude, you need to put that out. Dude, I need to jump on that. Dude, we got to do something, and that never comes out?
Well, no, there was one artist that I really liked his song. It's called Back and Forth. And it's really good. Like, I think it's better than Middle of the Night. So I told him, I was like, I have to go on it. So we just finished recording that song, and it's such a good song because I like the fact that we're going back and forth. So he's singing and I'm singing to him, and then both of our vocals are on top of each other.
Oh, wow.
So it kind of reminds me of the song Mike Jones, like Next to You.
Okay.
Like, you know how they're kind of
okay.
singing?
Yeah.
Like that vibe. So I was like, okay. So that's something that's going to be released.
That's dope.
What's your process in the studio?
Like when I make a song or?
She's got to have pink M&Ms.
No. I freestyle everything.
No shit.
Yeah, so I don't.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so I have a really bad habit, and this is really funny because, so the guy, his name's Bibbs, right? He put me on his song because I was super excited. I'm like, I have to be on this song. Like, I know a hit when I hear a hit. This is a hit. So I told him, I was like, I typically don't really do features, and I don't go in the studio with somebody, but I want to go in with you. So I went in with him, and when they heard my verse, it was really funny because once I recorded it, they were just like, and I was like, was that good? And they were like, that was fire. And it was really cool, but they were like, how long did it take you to write it? And I have a really bad habit of just writing my songs when I go to the studio.
Really?
Yeah. So like on my way to the studio, I just hear the beat and then I hear the hook and I'm just like, then I'll hear it in my head, sing it, and I'm like, that's it. So when I go in the studio, I'm like, okay, I just made this like 2 minutes ago, so let's see if I could get it down. And then I record it, and then it comes out good.
That's dope.
That's dope. You went from small little stages to, man, you're walking huge ass crowds.
Yeah.
What's the biggest crowd that you've rocked?
I think like 2,000.
Shit.
2,000 people.
Damn.
Probably more. Probably
Really?
more. I think the House of Blues was my biggest one with Mike Sherm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, she's dropping names, bro.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was cool. That one was really cool too.
So when Kaija's not doing music, what's she doing?
This. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to get my health right. Yeah, I'm trying to work out, but that's about it. Honestly, I'm just so focused on music. I don't have time for nothing else anymore.
Are you still pushing that 9 to 5 or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I was working 2 jobs, actually, 2 full-time jobs recently. So that was really hard on me, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I was trying to make time for studio and then my 2 jobs, 30 minutes of sleep. I was like, oh my gosh,
That's not good.
I'm gonna die soon.
Dolly Girl. She's I see her, she's a big supporter of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything in the works maybe with Dolly Girl?
Yes. How do you know? What have you been researching?
Oh, so there is. I was just throwing it out there. So there's something in the works with Dolly Girl.
Yes, Dolly Girl. I love Dolly Girl. When I first saw Dolly Girl on stage, immediately I gravitated to her because of how confident she was.
Right.
Like she can get that crowd to 0 to 100 real quick. She can
yeah.
get all of their cameras up. Like whatever she wants, it's gonna happen. Like
She has a stage presence.
she has that strong stage presence. So when I first saw her, I was just like, dang, because I remember I performed, and it was cool, right? But when she got on stage, she grabbed that microphone, was like, yo, I need everyone to put their cameras out right now. It's about to be a movie, and like everybody.
Yeah, she owns it.
So I was like, yeah, she owns it. Yeah. So she recently has a label. It's called Set Up Shop Music.
Yeah.
And she reached out to me, and, she has a plan, and she has a movement. She has a bunch of shows, and she's gathering artists that she believes in and has potential, and she reached out to me.
That's what's
So, yeah, so I said yes. Of course, because why not? It's Dolly Girl. She's been in the game for a while. She knows the people that I know. She has a really good head on her shoulders, and she's a very strong female. Mm-hmm. And I've been looking for a female. Now, she's not managing me, but I'm under her umbrella. So
Okay.
Dope.
That's what's up.
yeah.
Shout out Dolly Girl right quick.
Dolly Girl.
So,
She wasn't expecting that.
so we play this little game on the show.
A game?
Yeah.
She ain't ready.
She's not ready?
No, I don't think so.
Say. Cool.
Thank you.
Would you say you're a yo sabo or no sabo?
Oh, I'm a no sabo. No, I'm a sabo.
You're a sabo?
I'm a sabo.
Okay. Well, let's find
go.
out.
Here we go.
Let's definitely find out if Kaija is a yo sabo. All right, let's see here. All right, we're gonna give you 3 questions. All right.
Okay. I'm trying not to look, but my eyes are looking.
It's okay.
All right. So, how do you say floor in Spanish?
Like the floor,
Like the floor,
or like a
like-
floor
or
of.
like- no, the floor.
Okay, because we gotta be specific
Yeah.
with that. Like,
Yeah.
what's this called?
I
Like,
forgot.
Piso.
Oh, I didn't know.
Okay.
No. I'm already losing.
¿Cómo se dice estufa en inglés?
Estufa?
Yeah.
Can we pass?
No, because there's only 3.
Oh. Oh my gosh, I'm a no sabo.
It's all good. Go ahead. What is it? What is it?
Stove.
Oh, I
is
didn't know
estufa.
that.
How do you say drunk in Spanish?
I don't know.
What'd you say?
How
Drunk.
do you say drunk in Spanish?
Oh, like
Like drunk.
tipsy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just take a guess. What would you call it? Like if your homie is like, "Hey, have you been drinking?" Yeah, Damn. I'm gonna insert a funny clip right there. And I'll just
Borracho.
Oh, I would have
Oh,
never
okay.
guessed that.
Kaija is a no
No
sabo.
sabo. Going viral. That's what's up right here.
Hey, I've always wanted a viral. This is it.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Well,
thanks for
Kaija,
playing. Thanks for playing.
thanks for playing. You are definitely a no sabo.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
She's not getting deported. She's staying in the country.
Yeah, but drop your socials. Let the people know where they can reach you at. The people that are follow us on our platform, so they can follow you.
So you guys can add me on my Instagram, Kaija's Music, and it stands for, like we said earlier, Kaija. Kaija stands for Keeping an Inspiring Journey Alive. Kaija's Music, you guys. Follow me, follow my journey. And I tell everybody this, I follow back, okay? So it's not all about my journey, it's others too. I follow people back. I like to support people too. We all have a dream, and yeah, honestly. And then my TikTok, because I'm going to be active on my TikTok. That's Kaija's Music too, Kaijas Music, Kaija's Music, Kaija's Music, Kaija's Music, Kaija's Music, you guys.
I'm gonna sample the shit out of that.
Yeah, but we appreciate you, Kaija, making the trip down here from SD. We definitely appreciate that. But you are more than welcome back on the podcast anytime you want.
She's so nice, guys. She's so
If you
nice.
ever want to do anything, as far as like promote something with us, you definitely can. You could definitely use our platform, and we
Okay.
definitely appreciate you, coming on.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me. I was so excited when you guys asked me if I wanted to be on. I was like I said, when people reach out to me and they want me to be on a show, a podcast, I feel like it's part of God's plan.
Right.
And he's aligning me to where I need to be, whoever needs to see me. So when you guys reached out to me, I'm like, yes, God's plan.
Do it. Let's do it. Any shout outs before we go?
Dolly Girl. Shout out to Dolly Girl. She really believes in me, and I believe in her since the first time I met her. Shout out to C1.
Hell yeah.
My dad's probably not going to see this, but, shout out to my dad because, I said he inspires me the most. And it's so important to be humble. And so, I guess I can say who else? I know I'm forgetting somebody. I know when somebody sees this, they're going to be like, dang, you didn't shout me out. But yeah, just shout out to anybody that supports.
In the comments.
No, shout out to everybody that supports me, honestly, because that's what's gonna help my career. Whoever supports me, who shares my music, who comments on my stuff, whoever tells their uncle about me, their cousin about me, their kids about me. Shout out to those people, honestly.
That's what's up. And one thing I did see, so many people were sharing your flyer for the upcoming event that you're doing,
Yeah.
and it's just you repost everybody's story, and that's freaking awesome.
I really do. I try to tell everybody thank you. You know, I try to acknowledge everybody because I've reached out to people before and then they don't reach out to me or they don't like the comment. They don't even say thank you. So I know how that feels. So I make sure at least I say thank you. And I'm going to go take some Spanish classes after this.
Yeah, we all fucked up.
She's a no sabo.
You know what's funny? I posted a Spanish song too on my Instagram story today.
She did. She did. And I was just like, okay, she must know Spanish. I was like, all right, when we play yo sabo, no sabo.
That's
like,
why I hit the game so we wouldn't bring it up, fool.
And it was just like, all right, I think she's going to be all right.
The roll out. No.
Not at all. She's a no sabo, guys. But
Dang it.
No,
but Kaija,
I'm gonna fix it all in AI. Don't trust me. I got this.
he's gonna make you sound like perfect Spanish.
Shut up.
I do want to make a Spanish song though.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have somebody that's gonna next month we're gonna work on a Spanish song, a reggaeton song.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, I think my voice is gonna sound really dope with Spanish.
Yeah, I can see it.
Cool.
But no interviews.
I mean, I
in
could hear
Spanish.
it.
I was saying,
Yeah, I could hear it. Yeah.
Just no interviews in Spanish.
No interviews in Spanish. All right. Thank you.
All right. Pues, ya nos vamos.
Gracias, la Kaija. Anyways.
But anyways,
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
All right, guys. Peace out.
Ages music.